Hello, my friends. Today is July the 29th, and this is a psychic reading for you if this is your birth date. It's approximately 6 to 10 minutes, so bear with me. It's a four-card pull to cover the year to follow. I'm a psychic reader and a healer. I've been doing it for nearly 40 years. Check out my credits if you're interested in a reading, a personal one-on-one through the internet. Give me a call. This is the lens card to look at the year, a challenge you might face this year, an action to take to stay in balance, and an outcome or synopsis card. Four different decks. This is the lens card, the king. What does the king talk about? Well, the king has created some kind of dynasty. You've built something, you have fostered something, you have, civilized something. You have been the architect of something. You have put it together with your analysis and your ingenuity and your physical hands and your being and your willpower, and hopefully your heart. But that's always the question, where's the heart with the king? So but all those other things, those are what you have built with, those are what you have created with, and you have some kind of realm that you are the king of, that you are in control of. And so there's a question of what are you controlling and how are you controlling it. But the king also is a sense of an ending. Something is finishing. The king you've worked to understand who you are, how you are, what you do, what you can build. You've done something of significance, but I don't think you're happy just looking at it. And you want to be involved with it, but you don't want to be involved with it. I think there's a king is always about a change coming. It's a gratitude for what has been. It is a recognition of how proud one can be and how happy one could be. But there's a dissatisfaction on some level with the king that says, "But what now? What's the next thing? Where am I going? Do I drop this and, lose my quote title and my power and my, what I've done and my sense of accomplishment? Do I hold on to my pride in that way and just keep moving this along and moving along with it in the way it is? Or do I let something change? Or do I let something new happen in my life? Do I start something new? Can I start something new? I think that's a lot of what the king is. Where am I at in the sense of transition, of letting go and moving on? If something inside of me is not satisfied with where I'm at, with what I've created, and it's now usually self-sufficient and other people can run it, but there's a lot of questions of my pride involved with this. Do I let it go? What are other people going to think? What are other people going to do? Where's that going to leave the whole situation? Well, I think with the king, if you're done, you're done, and you got to move on to the next thing. So here's the challenge: the fool, looking like a fool, doing something that other people wouldn't expect, doing something that outsiders might not agree with, even personal close friends and family might not agree with, and say, well, that's foolish. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? And it's the challenge, I think, is to trust that inner voice inside of you, that psychic awareness, that creative consciousness, that voice from God or goddess or presence or higher consciousness, or whatever you want to call it, whatever is your spiritual underpinning. There's a voice talking to you that's saying, let's go on this adventure. Let's do this next thing. That excites me. I'm not done. I'm ready to go. I'm rolling into the next thing. I want to be alive. I want to be vital. I want to take chances. I want to taste and smell and feel the sensuality, the nectar, the goodness of grace and God and consciousness. And I don't want to, I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm moving through. I'm moving on. I'm going to do what I feel called to do. That's hard to do for most of us, but you're at some kind of point around that this year. And it's a challenge to, I don't know, let go of your power. It's a challenge to let go of your fame. It's a challenge to let go of the name of what you are and what you've done. And it's hard to let go of that identity. to move into something that says, oh, I'm starting new. I don't have that power or that title or that money or that fame. And that might look silly to others, but if Spirit is calling you, if Spirit is calling you, it's time to listen. That's this year. It's time to listen. This is the action to take. Look, you have 4 very powerful cards coming up this year. There's a lot of change. There's a lot of growth. There's a lot of awareness. Here's the awareness card. Eagle flies the highest of all the birds, of all the critters, is given that sense of creator, consciousness of God, highest consciousness, universal consciousness, the bringer of messages, the bringers of light, the bringers of words of truth, the bringers of energy of universality and widest view and holiest view and highest humanitarian views. That's all kind of a sense of what the eagle is about. It's the gratitude that's given to that place of wisdom, and it's also the continuously talking to that place of wisdom. However you talk to it, through prayer, through priests, through sun dances, through shamanic experiences, through things that take you into powerful, clear, clean places of understanding within yourself that say, this is what my soul wants. This is what my soul wants. This is what my soul wants. This is what I'm called to. So you got to listen to that calling. And you're going to keep getting little messages all year, or maybe big messages of what could come next. And I think you need to be really open and say, maybe it's time for a change, and maybe I should consider doing something else. And what would that be? And watch and listen for those messengers, those eagles, those guides, those guardians, those teachers, those people who say weird things out of nowhere that make you stop and go, no, why did they say that? What? It has some kind of ring of truth to it. Many things won't, but you'll know when something rings true in you. And that's what this is all about, is you have this consciousness within you. You just got to listen. You just got to listen and be open and welcome the messages in whatever form they come in, and from whom ever they come in. And say, if it rings true, God is talking to me, or Creator's talking to me, or Goddess is talking to me, or all that is talking to me, or never-ending mystery is talking to me, or however you want to say it. It's all the same. And here's the final card. A greater connection with your spirituality, a walking in peace, in service to yourself, but in service, I think, to others, because the highest and the greatest gift that we can give to humanity is our own enlightenment, our own consciousness, our own coming into our truth, our own letting go of the smaller things that have, held us and kept us and grabbed us, and letting go into that bigger sense of, wow, I am all that is. I am connected to this amazing, magnificent spirit of life and being, and I am complete unto myself. I am that I am. And I think moving from the king to, I am what I do, the king, I am what I do, but I'm not really what I do, and looking foolish to go, I am more than that and bigger than that. So what is that? And to ask for the guidance that will tell you that you are that you are, and you are divine and sacred and connected to spirit, and you are a holy being. We are all holy beings. You are a holy being. Maybe this is, to become a priest. Maybe this is to become a medicine person. Maybe this is to become a poet. Maybe this is to become just, a place of refuge for others. I don't know what your mission particularly is, but it's something that feels right to your soul, feels right to your heart, feels right to your sacredness of being on this physical world at this time of great change. And so blessed be on this amazing journey this year. Ahom Takuyasin.